Hello and welcome to another lecture in Multi-User Python Jupyter Notebook for Generative AI, ML and Data Science Collaboration series by TechLetters.net. So far we had covered a lot of things like Jupyter Python AI Notebook course overview and objectives, overview of Generative AI and LLM capabilities in Jupyter. Then we had covered part 1 setup installation of Jupyter Python Notebook on AWS Cloud on CPU VM. And then we had covered setup installation of Jupyter Python Notebook on AWS Cloud on GPU VM. Same here we had cover GCP cloud on CPU VM, then we had cover installation of GCP cloud on GPU VM, then we had cover setup installation of ML optimized VM Azure on CPU VM. Then in this video we'll talking about how to get NVIDIA LLM AI and ML optimized VM on Azure on GPU VM. Okay, so CPUs have been the workhouse of computing when it comes to handling intensive workloads like AI and machine learning. GPUs take the crown for speed and efficiency. While CPUs are designed for sequential processing, GPUs excel at parallel processing, make them the perfect fit for tasks that require crunching massive amounts of data simultaneously, just like those heavy AI and machine learning models you are dealing with. Now we know that what you are thinking, GPUs can be pricey, but let's talk value for a moment. Yes, GPUs may have higher initial cost, but their ability to drastically reduce processing times can save you precious hours, days, even weeks of computing time. And in the world of tech, time is money. Imagine running those hefty machine learning algorithms in record time, effortlessly training models and unleashing your creativity without a constant of sluggish computing speed. So if you are ready to supercharge your virtual machine and revolutionize your workflow, it's time to make the switch to GPU acceleration. So let's talk about GPU in this video. If you want to if you want to learn about CPU, then you can watch our part first of this series where we can explain how to get NVIDIA LLM AI and ML optimized VM on Jupyter CPU VM. Basically, we will cover setup and installation of Jupyter AI and NVIDIA LLM AI ML optimized VM on Azure on CPU VM. Okay, so in this video, we'll talk about GPU VM because GPUs are very fast and like the response rate is very good. If you we recommend you like if you are working on ML and AI algorithm, so you use GPU. But if you want to use CPU, then you can watch our part first for CPU. In this video, we will cover GPU. Okay, so yeah, go to on browser and go to product and support page. You can find about the NVIDIA LLM AI and ML optimized VM. Here you can see that Jupyter Python AI notebook. So here you can find about the GCP deployment, AWS deployment, Azure deployment guide. For CPU VM, you can watch these guides. And for GPU VM, you can watch this guide. That is NVIDIA LLM AI and ML optimized VM. Okay, so in this video, we had cover AWS, Azure deployment guide. So click on Azure deployment guide, open in new tab. Then how to get NVIDIA LLM AI and ML optimized VM on Azure. This section describe how to provision and connect to NVIDIA's LLM AI and ML optimized VM on Azure. Okay, so our first step is open NVIDIA LLM AI and ML optimized VM listing on Azure Marketplace. Okay, so open this, and here you can find that here you can see that NVIDIA LLM AI and ML optimized VM are here. Then you can find about the overview, plans and pricing, ratings and overviews of the VM. So you can check it out this also. I've already signed in second tab. So if you want to sign up, you can sign up with your credentials like email and password. And then I have already signed up. So our next step is click on get it now, log in with your credentials. Okay, and log in with your credential. If not logged in already, a pop-up menu will appear. Click on the continue button. Okay, so click on get it now, click on continue button, taking you to the complete the process. So then it will take you to the product details page. Then click on create. Okay, okay, I think so I will take to the product details page, click on create. Then after click on create, you can see that there are basic details like create a virtual machine that runs Linux or Windows. So you can here find about the project details. Then you can select the resource group. Okay. So you can select the resource group. You can find about the resource group here. Then you can also create new resource group. And then here you can find about the virtual machine name. Give any name, that is NVIDIA AI ML. Okay, give a virtual machine name, then you have to select the region and availability zones. Okay, so you can also select the availability zones. Note, if you see the image is not compatible with selected security type, to keep trusted launch virtual machine, select a compatible image, otherwise change your security type back to standard. Error message below the image name as shown in the screenshot below then please change the security type to a standard. Okay, so next we had already do these things. So yes, now what we have to do next, click on disk, and here you can see that the OS disk size or disk type, and then OS, talking about OS disk type. So what you have to select. Okay, so this is our HDD. Give me a minute, I will check. Oh shit. From here you can select the password type. Okay, so like here you can see that like GPU availability is limited to certain reasons. So yes, availability options. Then here you can see that the security type is a standard. And after this, your image is NVIDIA LLM AI X Gen 1. Then what we have to do next, select the authentication type as password, enter the username as Ubuntu and password of your choice, and then click on next. Okay, so password Ubuntu is username is Ubuntu by default. Okay, and then give any password. So yep, this will works. Then yes, this is also works. Okay, so now click on next, and here you can see that uh, we have you can also select the authentication type. We have already completed this type. Optionally change the OS disk type. You have to select standard HDD. Okay, so yep, select standard HDD, and then this is by default image size 45 GIB. Then what we have to do next, optionally change the network and subnetworks name. Be sure that whichever network you specify has ports 22 for SSH, 3389 for RDP, and 80 for HTTPS. Expose. This VM comes with a pre-configured NSG rule. You can check them by clicking on the create new option available under the security option group. Okay, so yep, next step is that is virtual network, and here you can select the when creating a virtual machine, network interface will be created for you. You can also create new network interface. Okay, so yes, what we have to do next, then uh, create new. Okay, so create new network name, that is NVIDIA ML demo. Click on OK, and here you can see that our new uh, uh, virtual network is created. Then here you can navigate NVIDIA public IP. And after this, what we have to do next, NSG, then click on next. And after this, click on next. And after this, click on next. Then click on next, next, and you can click on create button. So here you can see that our virtual machine is start deploying, and creating a virtual machine option is also there. Running final validation option is also here. Then click on create. You can see that our validation is also passed, and You can see that our virtual machine in initializing deployment has been started. Template deployment to resource group, support to resource group. Okay. So yes, what we have to do next. Now a summary page displays when the virtual machine is successfully created. Click on the go to resource link to go to the resource page. It will open an overview of our virtual machine. Okay, so you can see that our deployment is in process and like deployment is completed. VM is completed. Deployment is completed. So go to resource page. And here, after this, go to resource page. What we have to do, if you want to update the password, go to the left navigation pane, select run command, select run shell script, and enter the following command to change the password of the VM. Okay, so type run and you can click on run shell script, then copy this command, paste here. So yes, give any password here. Okay, so give any password, and after this. New password, click on run. So you can see that script execution is in progress. Next, so you can find the output here in some time. So yes, run command script, we have already covered this. We had already done this step. So you can find the output. Yes, so you can see that enable success is start out and stayed here. Okay, so now the password for the Ubuntu user said you can use SSH to the VM to do first. Now note the public IP address of the VM from the VM details page. Okay, so go on VM details page overview and copy the public IP address of the VM. Then what we have to do next, open putty, paste the public IP address and click on open. Then open the putty, paste your IP, click on open, then accept these terms and then maximize this. Login as Ubuntu. Okay. So what we have to do next? Okay. Hmm. So login is provide the password for the Ubuntu user. So you can connect to the VM desktop environment from local machine using RDP protocols or local machine using a Remina. If you are a Windows user, then use RDP for setup, and if you are a Linux user, then use Remina. Okay, so yep, provide the password. You have to set up in fourth step here. So yes, provide the password here. So you can see that Ubuntu NVIDIA AI/ML is running. Welcome to the Ubuntu. Now, what is our next step? So our next step is you can connect to the VM desktop on local machine. So search about remote desktop option. I am a Windows user. Okay, so yes, paste the IP from VM details page and click on connect. Then click on yes. Start menu, select remote desktop option. So you can see that our VM is all started here. Okay, so login as Ubuntu, give username as Ubuntu and give password here. So we have set a password in fourth step. So you can see that yes, it will take some time. What we have to do next? uh, this will connect to the VM desktop environment, provide the username as a Ubuntu and the password set in the steps code to authenticate. Then click on OK. Now you're connected to the out of the box NVIDIA LLM AI/ML and optimized VM environment when any Windows machine. Now to connect using RDP via Linux machine, first note the external IP of the VM from the VM details page. And in the Remina, same here you can follow all the steps that if you are a Linux user, then use Remina for setup. Okay, so you can connect to the remote desktop in a VM. However, more convenient and better method is used to Jupyter Python Notebook, which comes from the VM. The notebook is available on the same public IP you use for remote desktop and accessible via any browser. Just open the browser and type the public IP address and you will get the below screen for the login. The Jupyter Notebook is configured with the Ubuntu as a admin user. Login with Ubuntu as username and Ubuntu user password. So password you set up in fourth step. Okay, so you use that password everywhere. Note, make sure you use HTTP, not HTTPS in the URL. So let's go on. List your IP, use HTTPS, use HTTP, not HTTPS, sorry. And so it will take some time. Check the IP of your. So you can see that our VM is also running, and here you can see that all the things are running. Click on this, cut this, and see VM is running. And you can find all the things like Firefox, Visual Studio Code, Trash, and other stuff also here. Then what we have to do next? Yes. So from this way you can find about the like you can run your Jupyter notebook, and after login you will see the below screen. This Jupyter notebook you will find various options and you can access Jupyter notebook console files and folders, etc. Okay, so yeah, that's all about this video, and we will meet in next